What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. Apologies in advance if my voice starts sounding a little scratchy or if I'm clearing my throat more than normal. I am still recovering from strep and I'm still dealing with some of the after effects of having my throat being swollen almost shut. It was pretty gnarly. It was pretty gnarly. Anywho, today we are here for some more Am I the Asshole? You guys know this is one of my favorite subreddits. This is one of my favorite kinds of videos to do. I have a few more coming up, so if you guys enjoy this content, I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for me. I'm very excited for us, okay? We about to be eating good. And I've been kind of toying with the idea of bringing back weekly Twitter advice. I don't know, OGs know, y'all know what that is, So anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm super excited to get into this post, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Am I the asshole for cleaning my coworker's kitchen while I'm staying with him? Okay, off jump, I'm gonna say no, but I definitely feel like we need more context. So some of these you guys can judge based off of the title, but this one we're gonna have to do a little bit of a deeper dive. So about 2 weeks ago, me and my husband got kicked out of the house we were staying at, and my old coworker said we could stay with him. Husband and I were unemployed because of some bullshit with our jobs. That's suspicious, but okay. So we both quit. Coworker said we could stay rent-free until we got some money saved up. Well, husband got a job immediately. I'm having a harder time as I'm trying to get out of the warehouse life, so I'm still currently not working. Mostly unrelated to the post, but it is so hard to have all of your experience be in one industry and then for you to leave that job and try to get into something else, because it would be so easy to just go back to what what you're good at, where your experience is, and almost for a fact, right? Unless something crazy happened and you're blacklisted, that you would get hired. So, and trying to break into a new industry or a new field is just it's so difficult. I definitely feel this person's pain. Now, my coworker had been a bachelor his whole life. His house is very disorganized and dirty. I honestly don't have a problem with it, but I think it embarrasses him because he kept mentioning cleaning up and getting some things organized. I told him, don't worry, as I'm just glad to have a place to stay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, obviously, unless it's a health hazard, don't criticize the house of the person who's letting you stay there rent-free. There has been a lot of drama and extra work at my old job where coworker still works, so he's been coming home very tired and worn out. So yesterday I decided to be nice and clean his kitchen. The floors were black with dirt and cobwebs were everywhere. I took a good few hours and scrubbed the shit out of everything, swept and then vacuumed and mopped. His kitchen was sparkling when I was done. I figured if he wasn't asking for rent for us being there, I could at least help clean. I like cleaning, it helps me distress. You sound like my mama. That's exactly what my mama does. When I was younger, I always knew if she was upset if I woke up on the weekend and she was cleaning something. I could always tell. And my mom deep cleans, takes stuff out of the cabinet, wipes the cabinet down. My mom goes in, okay? But also I do think it's really nice if you're staying somewhere rent-free. I do think it's really nice to contribute to the household chores. And I honestly feel like that's what you should do, right? So I do like the initiative being taken here. Well, he came home last night and saw the kitchen and asked me if I cleaned. I told him yes, I was just trying to help out, and he lost it. He started yelling at me for insinuating he was a dirty person, that he could have done it, and called me a few names. Excuse me, sir? Name calling. I apologized and told him I didn't think of any of those things. I was just bored and wanted to help. He called me a clean freak and stormed off to his room, and I didn't see him the rest of the night, nor this morning before work. He also hasn't texted me back after I apologized again. I don't know if what I did was rude. I wasn't trying to offend him. I was honestly bored. Whenever I had stayed with a friend, I always helped with the housework if I couldn't pay rent. Was I honestly in the wrong for cleaning? I'm too scared to clean anything else for fear of being yelled at again, and we literally have nowhere else to go, and I'm worried he'll kick us out. So Reddit, am I the asshole? So sticking with my original judgment that you're not the asshole, and you didn't do anything wrong by cleaning, but how do I put this? People's homes and the state they're in is kind of like, it's their safe place. You know what I mean? And as you mentioned, he's been a bachelor his whole life. He's been living like this. And he's probably been pretty aware that the way that he's living is not the cleanest, right? But when you clean somebody's home for them without talking to them about it, it can kind of feel like you're shining a spotlight on their faults. So like, no, you didn't call him dirty, but by cleaning what he knows is probably a filthy fucking room, you're showing him, you're not letting him ignore the fact that it's dirty. You're showing him like, it's dirty, I know it's dirty, you know it's dirty. And that can bring a lot of people to a place of shame. You know, I definitely know that like when my mental health was really bad and my house was a mess, I would have never, ever, ever wanted anybody to help me clean it, because that's like so embarrassing. It would make me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like I would be so embarrassed. And I understand that it would be coming from a place of love and helpfulness and all of that. That doesn't change the shame that I feel about like my own shortcomings. So like OP didn't do anything wrong, but I definitely understand this guy's feelings. Now the name calling, that's a bit much. That's, you doing a lot here, sir. That's too much. And he owes OP an apology for that. But it's kind of invasive, right? It's kind of invasive to have somebody in your home, and especially, you know, like you invited them, but now they're like actually in your home and it's dirty and you're embarrassed and now they're cleaning. That's invasive. That can feel like an invasion of privacy. So I definitely understand where he's coming from in that. But I'm still gonna stick with not the asshole. That's just my judgment. Obviously, you guys let me know how you guys feel, what you guys think about it down in the comments below. You guys know I love a good discussion. With that in mind, we are gonna go see what the comments have to say. I'm pretty interested because I feel like the answer is obvious, but I kind of want to know what like the Redditor's insight is gonna be. Like, you feel me? All right, this person said, not the asshole. Helping clean is a basic for staying with someone for a while. There may actually be more going on with him in his life than the cleaning, and he's taking it out on you. There may also be some mental health issues as to why the place is a bit of a mess too. And then OP responded to that statement and said, I know he does have some mental health issues and he's very quick to anger, but he's honestly one of my best friends and I just want to help. I think just to be on the safe side when he's feeling better, I should sit down with him and ask if it's okay to help him out a bit. That way in the future, we hopefully won't have these problems. I think that's smart. I think that's a very smart and compassionate way to approach this situation. This person said, not the asshole. You thought you were doing something nice in lieu of paying rent. I get why he'd take it the way he did, but it's a shame he reacted in that manner. Yeah, that's basically how I feel about it. Like, I understand why he feels the way he feels, but it literally is, and this is not to like be dismissive, but it literally just is a personal problem. Like, that's something that he has to deal with in his own, like on his own time. Yeah, so whether you realized it or not, you went into his safe space and started making changes without permission. Like I said earlier, you don't know that he doesn't have some OCD/anal retentive/autism/hoarding issues, which very much sounds like he does based on the reaction you got. I don't vibe with keyboard diagnoses, but I understand why they come up in situations like this, but I don't really. You're not a doctor, but you know, doctors can be wrong too. So I don't know, it's hard, but I understand where this person's coming from. As someone with mild autism, I can get spun up just off the idea of someone else just going through my stuff and moving it around. The amount of things I would never be able to find when I need them because I have no clue where someone else organized them to, while I keep searching wherever I recall leaving it. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Always ask before fucking around with someone else's space. No assholes here. Okay, I can see that, because I always forget the difference between not the asshole and no assholes here. Not the asshole means you are not, like the OP is not the asshole and the other person is the asshole. No assholes here means they're neither one of them is the asshole. So I always forget about that as a judgment option. Yeah, I can see no assholes here. This person said, did you ask him if you could do chores as a thank you for his generosity? Did you ask what you could do? If no, then you're the asshole regardless of your good intentions. You said it yourself. He has lived alone for a while, has been stressed with work. You may have invaded his privacy and come across as judgmental. Apologize with no excuses and give him time to cool off. And I feel like that's something that people have a really hard time with acknowledging, is that you can have great intentions, the best of intentions even, and still be wrong. You can still be an asshole. You know, you can still be a jerk if you want to keep it, you know, PG. Your intentions do not always supersede the impact of your actions. And that's something that's really hard for like me to learn personally, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, I have like the best of intentions and blah, blah, blah. What I mean is this, you know, but you know, it's the impact of what you do. This person said, no assholes here. Your intentions were good and the deed you did was good. But I read the situation as that you inadvertently held up a spotlight on the fact that he isn't living up to his own standards. God, again, get out of my brain, guys. It hurts when circumstance pushes you to have to face that. His anger expressed at you is rooted at his disappointment with himself, exacerbated by virtue of it being seen. And that's the thing. When the house is dirty and everybody leaves it dirty, everybody can kind of act like it's not there, like this is the standard, like this is okay. But the minute somebody starts cleaning it and fixing the problem, now it comes to who is going to take responsibility for that. And that can be a very scary feeling for some people. It seems like generally the consensus is not the asshole / no assholes here. There's like, I think 1 or 2, you're the asshole sprinkled in. But I think I originally said not the asshole. I think I'm going to switch it to no assholes here because I don't think either one. No, actually, no, I'm sticking with not the asshole because even though I understand the gentleman's point of view who owns the house, I do not think that he should have called OP names. I do think that his reaction was a bit over the top and unwarranted. And that's still keeping in mind, right, that like we're getting this from OP's point of view, so maybe it might be a little bit exaggerated, but like the yelling, not necessary. The cold shoulder is not necessary. I have a lot of feelings about cold shouldering. Like I feel like it's borderline cruel and unusual punishment. So, but that's a whole different thing. The calling of names, obviously unnecessary. So yeah, so I'm going to stick with actually not the, like OP is not the asshole and that the other guy is the asshole, because even though I understand why he feels the way that he feels, I definitely feel like there's a more constructive way that he could have addressed this with OP. Unless OP was out here like moving hella things around and rearranging your house, OP did you a favor insofar as like scrubbing everything down and stuff like that. That's how I feel. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. You guys know I'm always up for a good discussion. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, ho biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.